If you're wondering what is up with CSS, how does that even work? You're not alone. It's kind of confusing. So let's talk about it. Let's start by talking about what we know. HTML, that's the code writing that we've been working with. It's just the bare bones. It's the text, maybe a little bit about, is it header 1? That'll be bigger. If it's header 2, that'll be slightly smaller. But it doesn't really set up anything for how the page is going to look. It doesn't tell us what color things should be, where they should be lined up, and a whole lot of other stuff. It's just, the text, maybe some images, and that's it. CSS is about making it look good and making a web page look like an actual web page and not just a bunch of code. It's separate from HTML because we like to keep it organized, and it's easier to keep track of things when I put all the style stuff in this file and then all the HTML, all the text, and kind of the meat and bones of it in this file. So we keep them separate. Here we have the HTML. If I click on the CSS, I see that I've got, here's all the, so for example, we did some style for the header 1s. All the header 1s on this page are going to be colored blue, and they're going to be aligned center. All the header 2s are going to be aligned right and colored red. I can change this if we want. If I say I don't want those aligned right, all those header 2s, I want them aligned center. Then I can change that to center, and now it moves it to the center. I can be like, I'm just going to nuke this, and header 1s are now no longer colored. I can just nuke everything, and now there's absolutely no style additions to this web page at all. Anyways, that's kind of what CSS does. Let's look at an example and try a little bit of practice. All right, here's a web page about odd world records. You see here all the HTML. Notice how in the head here we have this link, and it links us to this style sheet, style.css. Notice how it's not in the body. In other words, it's not going to show up on the web page at all. The head area, that's for things that are part of the web page, are important to the web page, but they're not going to actually show up when we look at the web page. And a CSS, the CSS link will fit in that spot. You can see I've got clearly the title is a header 1, and in the CSS you can see that it's styled red and it's underlined. Notice again, we've got the selector H1. That means all header 1s on this web page are going to follow these rules: color red, text, decoration, underline. I can change the color to, let's go green, and there we go. Now it's green. I see all the paragraph stuff is aligned left. It's this font family, it's this font size. So if I scroll down, I see that. If I want, I can change these as well. When you work in code.org here, it gives you like drop-down menus and shows you like all the options. You can just select one. I don't have experience like actually making a real web page. I assume when you're doing this, depending on the program, whether you just have to remember and type in the, for example, the color or the or other options. But some programs are going to give you like predetermined options, and you can select from them. In any case, you see here how we can use CSS to change the color. If I go back to the HTML, again, CSS is just linked here, and it's in an actual separate file. Let's try a little bit more. Practice a little bit more. Okay, if I look at this web page here, my instructions say find the CSS rules set in the style sheet that determines the styles for the header 1 tag. Well, we've actually done that already. We were looking at that earlier, header 1. Here's all the rule sets for the header 1. And using the same pattern, let's write a new CSS rule set that determines style for H3 tag. So we're in the CSS file. So let's come down and let's go. We were talking about H3. That's our selector. Let's do a space and then curly bracket, and then let's see. Now my header 1, the color is green. Let's choose a color for my header 3. So color is the rule colon, and let's pick one. I'm going to pick. Let's go with. I've actually got a bunch of options. Let's go with Dodger. No, not Dodger blue. We don't like the Dodgers. We'll go with dark violet. There you go. and a semicolon shows I'm at the end of that rule. Notice how the web page has changed the style to match what I'm talking about. Let's do some more text, some more rules here. Let's go with text decoration. Again, I'm just following kind of what we did for the H1, and let's go text decoration. I can do inherit, line through, none, overline, underline. Line through looks fun. Let's do that. And now end it with a semicolon, and now it's got a line drawn through it. Haha, that's fun. I could do underline if I wanted, or something different. Ooh, let's do overline. That looks fun. Cool. And that's basically it. That I'm using CSS to change the style and the look of my web page. Curly bracket at the end tells me that I'm done with that rule set. There you go. That's kind of all there is to it. Okay, I'm going to show you this even though there's nothing to do on this page, but if you look, this is a real good kind of explanation of how CSS works. Definitely read through this and look at the examples. This image here with the bones, the skeleton, and the dress skeleton explains how HTML, CSS, and all that works. Let's look at one more sample just to do a bit more practice here. And you can make sure that you've done this on your own. All right, find the CSS rule set in the style sheet that determines the style for the paragraph tag. Okay, let's go to the CSS style sheet. Okay, so here we are in the middle. I see P is for paragraph. That's my selector, and here's my rule set. We've got text align, font family, and font size. Let's change the text size of the paragraph to be bigger. Okay, so right now the font size is 14. I'll bet I could just ooh, I've changed that to be really small, 1 pixel, so you can't even see it on the web page there. That's tiny. Let's say I made it 18. Well, now it's going to be 18 pixels, so that's even bigger than the original 14 we had, which looks like this. Let's say I made it, let's go crazy. Let's go 28. Whoa, it's huge text. Oh, I wonder how big I could go here. Let's go 99. And, ooh, okay, so anyways, you've got a lot of options there. Let's just to make it a little easier to fit, I'm going to go 20. There you go. Nice, big font, big font. Let's add a new rule set to our, to our H3 tag to make the text bigger or smaller. So, well, let's come down to the H3 and let's go with the same rule, font dash size and colon space, and let's see, my header 3 right now, it's looking like, well, let's make it bigger than our paragraph, which is 20. So let's go 35 pixels, 35 px, semicolon, and now they're nice and big, and that's definitely bigger than my paragraph text. And that's it. You know what? Let's go to a different color just for fun. Let's go with bisque. Ooh, well, it's kind of hard to see, but whatever. That's how I'm feeling. So we're going with it. And class, I'll pause there. That's probably enough for the demonstration today. You get the general idea of how CSS works. Experiment, go through the code.org lessons. If you find anything that's giving you trouble, send me a message and let me know. But there's all sorts of, we're barely scratching the surface, all sorts of things you can do to style and design a web page with CSS. Thank you, class, and we will talk to you later.